Hey, welcome everybody to your first edition of 2024's Spinal Workshop. I am Dr. Ryan Weaver here at Apex Spinal Performance. This is my second time recording this because we had a little miscue with the audio. So if you wonder why I'm smiling, that's why. So this month of January, our spinal workshops will actually be a part series. As you know, 2024, specifically, January, this is where a lot of people dive into New Year's resolutions. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat healthy. We're just going to take a big pause on all of that. We're going to dive into routines, characteristics, traits, how to set us up for success, not just by, hey, we know we need to work out and we need to eat better moving forward. These are routines that we want to see because we know that we try to be perfect right at the beginning of the year. Somewhere everything falls off the rails, and we want to then start looking at, well, is it really worth it? Where we had that motivation to start with, but we tried to be too perfect. Consistency over time in anything is where we get the greatest outcomes. Okay? People may come out the gates hot. They may lose a lot of weight in the first month. But if you look at somebody who just stays consistent throughout the entire year and years, they end up being successful. So that is my mission for January. Again, as we always do these spinal workshops, to educate our patients, our community, to push them to be better, stronger, and healthier. So let's begin with just starting off with what a routine should look like. Let me rephrase that. Not what it should look like, but some of the things that maybe you want to implement in your routine. I'm going to dive into my routine personally, so you get to look and see the things that I go through. And every single morning when I wake up around 4 a.m., trust me, it's just as hard to continue to get up at 4 a.m. It never gets easy. But after a while, it does a little bit. So, routine. First thing for myself, as soon as I get up in the morning, the alarm clock goes off. I set my alarm clock. Yes, I have one on my phone, but I also have an alarm clock that makes me get up out of bed and go turn it off. Make your bed in the morning. One of the first things that I do. That way, if I come home and I had a bad day, at least my bed has been made. I accomplished the first goal and task of the day. That is also a book. I believe it is titled Make Your Bed, from a Navy SEAL. Great book. Has a lot of other disciplines within it. Love that book. Second thing, try to drink a glass of water. Get it down, get it over with. Because what I have found to be true, the more hydrated we are earlier in the day, it's easier to set that up for success throughout the day. And that way you're trying not to drink half a gallon of water after 5 p.m. And next thing you know, you're up all night going to the bathroom. But again, Americans are chronically dehydrated, so that is again why I push water. Supplements. So I work out in the morning, typically about 60 minutes. So supplements that I take, whether it's amino acids, carbohydrates, proteins, some caffeine supplement, something like that, I mix that up and consume that so that by the time I hit the gym, at least it's been in my system for a while. The other thing that I do what we call gas cards. If you've been around us at all or watched any of our spinal workshops, gas cards are something I do every single day. What those letters stand for: gratitude, action, service. Gratitudes, things you're thankful for. What I look at is when your brain gets going in the morning and you start panicking about what is it I need to accomplish today, or what would I need to worry about from last night that I was worrying about. I always try to start off with things that you're grateful for. Your family, Jesus, your pets, your job, your team members, whatever those things may be for you that helps you to remember you're grateful for something. You're grateful that you get to wake up and take a breath. Actions. So this kind of gets miscommunicated of, well, is this a to-do list? I'm going to give you a little trick on that. But actions. So actions are things that are going to help you achieve this goal. Well, we need to know what the goal is to begin with, which we'll get into later this month. But short-term, long-term goals, what are the actions you're doing today to help you get from point A to point B? If you want to do a to-do list, I like crossing things off. I just put it on the back of that gas card, okay? Service. S. Things that you could do, whether it's a random act of kindness, calling somebody who needs a prayer, checking in on a family member, some service to other people. So I call those the gas cards. I do those every single day. I usually write a Bible verse on mine, one of my favorite ones. But again, some people read scripture. You could journal in the morning. That's something I would like to improve on. But these are other little things in the morning to help get mentally in state for the day. Workout, again, I work out 60 minutes about 5 days out of the week. What I would like to do for me personally, the other 2 days, is at least get up and walk, move around, do yoga, something like that. So again, I'm not perfect either. There are things that I would like to improve on my routine. But again, shoot to get up and sweat in the morning. We know the benefits of getting your body up and moving and blood flow circulating so you're alert by the time you get to work. So this has been one of the newest things I've added. I've tried to do this before. Now I've made it more of a mental game with myself. But cold showers. This has kind of been a lot of publicity lately in social media, cold plunges, cold showers, things like that. And we could dive into the benefits of most commonly seen in research articles, but one of the ones that I do it for as well. Improve metabolism, combat symptoms of depression, improve circulation, relieve muscle soreness and local pain. For me, one of the reasons I do it, and by the way, you should try to shoot between 3 and 6 minutes. So get your shower and then just crank that puppy to ice cold as far as it'll go. Hop in that shower, 3 to 6 minutes. I literally have a timer now that I got, like a Cook timer, and set it there. And for me, it is just the mental game of it. I just like to prove to myself that I can do something even though when your body is panicking, shivering. The first time I did it, it was super hard to even control my breathing, and now I can do that easily. But that's just the mental game, because as soon as what I've noticed, when I get out of the shower, you have this influx of just, I feel good, I feel great, I accomplished something I didn't think I could do. So something you can try. We mentioned working out 5 to 7 days of the week, 30 to 60 minutes. Other big thing here. So looking at a day or a 7-day week, there are 3 days that I try to subdivide a day into. Morning, midday, afternoon. Translation, in the morning, you're serving yourself. Working out, scripture, journal, going for a walk, whatever you do. The second part of the day is service, or for most people, it's work. What are you doing to serve others and work? The third part of the day is family. So that's all great as long as you keep them very divided. As I mentioned, you should allow the morning for yourself. By the time my keys hit the office here, then I transition into service. I'm working. Just the same when I get home, garage door up, key in the door, then I'm transitioning to family, balance, which have you there. So try to keep those in those respected categories, because the easy example, you don't want to bring work home with you. Then your significant other, if you have kids, that bleeds off into them. One of the most transitional key points that I really think kind of gets missed out of that is transitioning from the night to the next morning. I like to look at my next day, plan that, write those things down. I've very much been like pen, pencil to paper, so I am transitioning to iPads and iPhones. I don't like it as much, but if you're like me, I have notebooks everywhere throughout my house, throughout my office vehicle, and you try to remember where you put what notebook and which one did I write that notebook in. So planning for the next day. The other thing here, minimize caffeine and screen time towards the end of the day. Again, things in your bedroom area, hopefully it's a very dark area, blackout curtains or windows.
I personally have a sound machine or a fan that at least that kind of gives me some background noise. And then the other one here, I'm on this whole cold thing lately, but coldness. There's actually a research paper that suggests a rapid decline in core body temperature increases the likelihood of sleep initiation. So, as much as, especially in wintertime, maybe in our area or colder areas, people use flannel sheets. When you get into bed, it's ice cold if they aren't, but that'll actually help possibly put you into sleep pattern sooner. So, those are just a few of the things that I do in my morning routine and throughout the evening and throughout the midday. But again, I just want to give you a few options that you can make this yours, to maybe look at that differently, to help set you up to get in rhythm and routine to accomplish any goals that you want, whatever that's physical, mental, family, business, anything like that. So I hope you found this interesting. I am really looking forward to our next episode here in our spinal workshops and really the whole month of January. And even the newer topics, which there are quite a bit, and kind of a different setups that we're going to do throughout these spinal workshops. Our goal is 8 to 10 minute videos here, but then also about once a month, a little bit longer one that's diving into some other things as well. So hope you have a wonderful January. I hope you have a wonderful 2024, and we look forward to being right beside you to help you live longer and live healthier. We'll see you soon.